This is my studio, specifically my art studio. Now, it's not 100% complete, but it's complete enough to share with you guys what it looks like. And I also do want to go through what I have in these cabinets, the setup, how it really works for my flow, my workflow when it comes to creating art and working on commissions for people, how I have everything organized, and how I don't have everything so organized. But I'm really excited to share my space with you, and you'll be able to see how I set it up. I love it. It's really nice. I mean, there's still more I definitely want to do to it, but I'm at a point where I just feel very comfortable in this space. And it looks good when I'm on live or live streaming and I just have like this really cool background, lights, things that people can actually look at instead of just looking at me because I'm not that good to look at. If you don't know me, my name is Michael. I'm an artist. I love drawing. I'm actually just starting to get back into painting. I'm pretty talented at what I do, and I really want to share that with you, so welcome. The main thing you see when walking to the space is obviously this art wall. It's not completed. I would say it's like 70-60% completed. I really just put the stuff I wanted up here, and I just don't know how I'm going to fill in the gaps, but that's okay. I have some of my artwork on here, some of my drawings. This is a ballpoint pen drawing I did. And there's another one over here of Chadwick Boseman that I did. And I just have other posters as well. I have this Kendrick Lamar GNX poster because, I mean, that album is amazing. And also, Kendrick is actually one of my favorite rappers of all time. I don't care what you have to say. I'm going to stand on that. He is a lyrical genius. It's really hard to top Kendrick. Just saying. And then one of my favorite movies of all time up here is the Sinners poster, directed by Ryan Coogler, one of my favorite directors of all time, him and Christopher Nolan. And I just love this. I went to go see it in IMAX when it dropped, and they had these IMAX posters. I was like, I need this. So I actually have two of them, one in frame and one in storage just in case something happens to this one. Right here, I have a poster of the New York Times cover. This painting is by Kadir Nelson. He is one of the best painters I've ever learned about in art school. Going to HBCU, I learned a lot about Black artists, and he was one of them. And once I learned about him, I didn't realize he actually painted the cover of Nothing Was the Same, the Drake album. And I always loved that cover for some reason. I was like, wow, this is a cool cover because you can tell it was a painting. And it was realistic. It looked really cool. It has a similar look, a similar feel to the figures within the painting. Up here, I have the American flag, but it's Pan-African theme, so it's basically a Pan-African flag, but just in the flag of America. And if you know, you know. I don't need to really go into that. Right here, I do have this frame print of this printmaker, or he's like an artist. His name is Fred Martins, and this is the pig comb, and it's like a figure within the comb itself. I actually really love this because I didn't realize how much I like orange. Only a little bit though, not too much. So I had to frame this in this beautiful frame. And then this right here is my degree from college. Like I said earlier, I did go to HBCU, but then I transferred to my dream art school, which is SCAD, Savannah College of Art and Design. Love the school to death. That's my school for real. And up here, I do have a frame poster of kind of this graphic design thing I did for the Black Panther Party. I just wanted this wall to represent, Black culture in a way. Besides this person, don't worry about that. But I want this wall to represent Black culture, and I still have a lot to fill up. And I just don't want it to all be paintings or prints. I want it to have some sort of texture, like a book holder where I can put some of my books on there. But I'll dive into that another time when I go over my finished art wall. Moving on to this long console. I was looking for a small, like low console I could put my stuff on, like a bookshelf in a way, but not a high bookshelf, a low bookshelf. And I actually found this on Home Depot. It was on sale for like $80, I think. And when I say it was a steal, because this thing is around 80 inches long, if I'm not mistaken. It takes up this whole entire wall of the room, and it has all this storage. I really don't want to open this because this cabinet is my junk drawer. It was organized, but as you can see, I have a lot of cables, I have a lot of gear, and I just stuff everything in. And when I'm done with it, I just close it. So we don't need to talk about that too much. On these other drawers, I have stuff for my sketchbooks and, different things, some art supplies. But on this console right here, what should I start with first? This lamp is a donut lamp. I know many people don't like it, but I actually love it. And I got this on DHgate for like $20. And I know they sell one similar in IKEA for $40 some dollars, around that price. And I was like, there's no way. So I went on DHgate, found this, still. Right here, these are some acrylic markers that was a brand collab. They're really cool. I like how they gave me so many. I love them so much. And this right here is a drawing This right here is a sketch I did of John Lewis. If you don't know who John Lewis is, do your research. But I use graphite, mechanical pencil, and you can draw with mechanical pencil. A lot of people don't know, but you can create realistic sketches, realistic drawings with mechanical pencil. And I love how this turned out, so I just decided to frame it. A camera lens right here, chargers, stuff I don't really need to get into. This is a book I'm actually reading. Great book. It's gonna take me forever to finish, but I'm living it right now. It's an African studies book. And then over here, I have a box Bic sent me. Yes, the ballpoint pen brand that I use all the time, Bic. They sent me this because I've been doing some great stuff with them, and I love the company. So they sent me this whole thing of pens and tools that they have, and it's kind of like a gift thing, you know what I'm saying, for using their brand. So I really appreciate that. Over here I have books, art books, Spider-Man book. I don't need to go into that because books are books. And right here I do have my War Machine figure. I got this when I was in high school, so like years ago. It's not a toy, okay? It's not even an action figure, a statue, it's a bust. And that's pretty much it for what's on top of this console thing. Under here, like I said, more stuff, more junk. It's not much really, so I don't really need to show you guys all the mess that's in here. At first, I really only had this on this side of the wall completed, and there's really nothing else on the wall. But recently, I got this file cabinet that actually elevated my space, made it look way more luxurious and just elegant. And this is what I'm talking about right here. Now, this doesn't look like a file drawer. This looks like something you'll see in like a fancy retail store or beautifully interior designed home. This is where I store my sketchbooks, where I store a lot of my art stuff in this drawer. And you can store paper in here. I don't really have like papers to store in here because everything I draw on is huge. And look, boom, you can't beat that. You see all this space in here? It's amazing. And then these drawers come out so smooth too. I love them. And it was really easy to put together. I actually got this from Sedeta. Look, the one thing about me, I'm terrible at pronouncing names, but I got this on Amazon on Sedeta. They create desks, file cabinets, you name it. I do like a lot of their stuff, but I just wanted to find that one thing that will fit into my space. And this was the perfect size and the perfect look for the space I'm in right now. And as you can see, I do have this canvas right up here. I actually just finished stretching this today, and I will be painting it, and I'll be putting it on the wall, and it's gonna look fire. It's gonna look amazing. So I really love how this thing looks. Just the natural wood look to it, and then texture, it really elevates the space so much. This is a new addition to the studio. When I tell you these two drawers are huge, I was like only two, and then I actually saw it in person. They're deep and they're huge. You can fit so much into these drawers. If you have files of paper, you need a file, you could obviously put a bunch in here. If you have any tools or anything you want to put in, you can store it in there. Up here it's the same size as well. I love how it comes with this metal piece. I think it's just to hold those like files or papers. I'm not exactly sure what it is. I know I sound dumb to somebody, but that's what it comes with. And also this cutout right here where you can store files. I believe that's what that's for. Lighting drawers are huge. That's why I store my tripods in here. I store anything that's too big to fit in these drawers into these sides right here. If you would go to one of those furniture stores, they will sell this for like $400 or $500. This is under $200 at Sedeta. You can't beat this. It looks just like those pieces they sell. And honestly, it's like the same quality that they sell as well. They're just trying to mark up the price. I'm always looking at it every time I come into this space. As an artist, I love putting stuff together with my hands. And recently, I actually helped a friend put their home desk together. And it took me hours just because the instructions had so much stuff to it. There's so many pieces to that desk. And I told myself never again. But I did put this one together after. And it took me less than an hour to do. That's how easy it was. Now for the specifications of the storage cabinet, it is 39.4 inches wide and 15.7 inches long. In those two big drawers, it has an adjustable design that can meet storage requirements of 3 file sizes, like A4 files. I don't know much about that because look, I don't work with paperwork. The only paper I use is sketchbook paper, drawing paper, nothing to do with printing paper. To be real, my favorite part about this cabinet is the gold accents, the handles, the leg. It makes this cabinet stand out. If you don't have an art studio like me, that's okay. You can use it for any home office. Whatever studio you have, you can store stuff like camera gear, printers, pictures, clocks, whatever you want to put on the desk. However you design it, it can definitely handle any sort of storage. And now that I'm looking at it, you can actually put this in a bedroom and you can store your clothes in. The sliding doors, there's so much space to stack your t-shirts or stack whatever you want to put in there. In the sliding drawers, you can put your underwear, your pants, hats. I'll make sure to include the link in the description on where you can get this. Man, I really do love this thing so much. One thing about me, I love plants, but I'm a terrible plant dad and I do let plants die. I've been keeping up this one though, and I love it so much. This is a banana leaf, I believe, and I just love how they look. And it just gives that organic look to this space. Oh, and I forgot to mention these books right here. This is my holder for incense and things I want to burn. Under here though is The Creative Act by Rick Rubin. I've been reading this book. Great book. Great book. And then I have the Obama portraits. Kehinde Wiley did the Obama portrait, and also Amy Sherrill did the Michelle Obama portrait. And I actually saw those in person. So beautiful. It's so beautiful. Just the details and the work. Oh my God. And then I have this other book, The Education of an Illustrator. It's about illustration. The other two books are better. Every time I come into space, I look at this right here, and I'm just in awe on how it really just brings this space together. Let's talk about this wall right here. These are where I get my natural light in. Yes, these windows are thin, but it still brings a lot of natural light to the space. This space is not that huge, but it's just a great size to have a drawing studio in. I got this board from IKEA. I put obviously my markers, this tape, holding my headphone case, and this cased Spider-Man poster I got signed by Stan Lee when I went to Comic-Con in like 2014 when I was like freshman in high school. It's graded and they put it in that case and graded that thing. But other than that, I do love this thing right here. I was on actually Instagram, and you know how artists, they always show their process and whatnot. And I saw a lot of people had this grid thing. I was like, you know what? This does make you look like a real artist. So I got one from IKEA and I put it on the wall. And the great thing about this wall right here is that when I close the blinds, there is a little bit of light that still comes through. So I got this huge curtain that runs all the way across the wall and covers any sort of light. So it blocks every light that comes through the window. And the curtain looks really nice as well. The only downside, it does cover this thing because I would love to see this. I did get this curtain thing from Amazon, and I would try to link everything in the description below if I can find it again, because it's been a minute, but I will link it down below if I can. And right here is my drawing desk. This is my favorite drawing desk I ever owned. I remember going to art class in undergrad for the first time, and it was like the first time I actually been in like a real art studio, and they had these desks. They had tons of them, and I always loved drawing on these desks. You could adjust the height, you can fold them if you're trying to create more space. I needed to have one. It's really huge, and when I do big drawings, this will definitely hold the paper without it like coming over the ledge like this. On this desk, I have this rig. For the longest time, I was just trying to figure out how to hold my phone to create content. So I would just take a level and a high chair and put it on there and try to rig it in a way where I can show content. But I never thought to get a rig. And this is it right here. You can turn it, make it longer if you want. You can make it higher, as high as you want as well. This thing is great. I use this to create all my overhead content when it comes to drawing, tutorials. This is something every artist needs. Over here, I have my mic. This is my mic swivel. It's an Elgato Wave 3 mic. You can screw it on, make it high if you want. If you're standing up, bring it down. You can fold it. This just makes me look professional, and the quality of this mic is really good. These are some of my drawings I'm working on. One on top of here is Mr. Beast, which I'm in the process of working on. I know it kind of looks done, but it's not. I'm like 70% done with this portrait right here. It's time to talk about this bad boy right here. One of my favorite additions to my space. This is an overhead studio light. It's also just a regular studio light. I had a small one before and it was cool, but I needed a big one. One with actually this attachment where you could put this honeycomb filter over it and you could really direct the light onto your subject without the shot being too flooded. I love this thing. You can change the temperature, the brightness. It's really the best. I got this rig on B&H where you can screw it to your wall and it'll just become an overhead light. So I need an overhead light when I do YouTube videos and film content. This light is a GVM. Yeah, Great Value Maker. Is that the name of it? Oh, I did not know that. Yeah, this is called a Great Value Maker, the actual light itself. And then this filter, this black thing that you see. I don't know the brand. I just got off B&H. In the arm, I don't know the brand. I got off B&H, but I'll make sure to put the link in the description. If I'm being honest, I really do not want to show you what's in this closet right here. It's a mess, but since I'm doing a room tour, I have to show it. It's just right. Don't judge me once I open this thing, okay? This is a closet I store in. All right, I have boxes, a drawing that I don't know what to do with. In here, I have a rolled up painting I meant to stretch. I never got around to it. My paper in here, just box full of just art supplies, portfolios, my old light, and this 24 poster that I did for remembrance of Kobe Bryant. It's 24, but in the 24, it's the black mamba with the snake skin. It's a closet. It's my storage space. Don't judge. That was my room tour. I will be doing another one once I actually update more in this room. But for now, I love how it looks. Imagine if this wasn't even here, how this whole space would look. Just this. And that's what it looked like before. But with this cabinet drawer, file drawer, storage drawer, whatever you want to make it, it just fits and elevates the room. And especially when I actually do this painting and put it on a wall and then put a gallery light over it, it's definitely going to elevate this room even more. Let me know in the comments, what do you actually think of my studio? If it's cool, if it's not cool. Would you want a studio like this? Or did this inspire you not to do what I did? Again, my name is Michael, and I love doing videos like this, and I would definitely do more like this, showing you my process, my art process. Make sure to turn on your notifications. Until next time.